To whom? I have been an exotic, small animal and wildlife veterinarian for over 20 years, and I have, for the most part, remained politically silent. I recently realized a few hard decisions inspired by history and some facts. 1. Socialist systems cannot protect our ecosystem, and every incentive to save anything other than our own or your own is eventually governmentally squashed. The patients I save every day are welcome to my calories, my work ethic, but even beyond my immediate reach are the costs of medicines, tests, food, treatment, and places to practice our compassion. So far, historically, every medical practitioner is either held hostage or migrating to the USA. Historically and hysterically speaking, there are patients migrating here as well. Now, of course, this is not the main rule, but it is happening. 2. There is no suffering or marginalizing among our own species compared to the number of species that have been wiped off the planet. Where was or is the stellar sea cows matter, the Capricorn rabbit rat matters, the great hopping mouse matters, or the sea mink matters. This is a very short list of extinct mammals and doesn't include birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, or invertebrates. Many of these examples were associated with socialist regimes and possibly eaten or just forgotten. There are examples of real suffering and neglect and true human governmental prejudices. I have been a misanthrope since childhood as part of my early liberal training, and I have never been more ashamed of my species before now because of the advent of identity politics. America is the most compassionate and free country in the history of the written word. If you are unhappy, it's because you or your ancestors allowed it to happen by being silent or voting for the wrong policies. I will and do have compassion for those failures, but I will not condone the meltdown of a free market economy where people like myself that care enough to help these individuals and species that are truly marginalized be regulated by any government. More government has never actually helped any of the above before mentioned species or individuals. If an individual has benefited from bigger government, you can bet they are government. 3. Do I really need to go into the thousands of marginalized species, the hundreds of failed socialist and communist attempts, the number of killings in the name of all of the above? I hope not, because I'm too busy saving what I can. The evidence of all these truths are historical and can be discovered easily by anyone who cares to be informed. This new trend to rewrite history in the English language has never turned out well, and in every case the motives were misguided. Misguided simply because someone believed that they were better than another species, or better yet, of their own. I hope I'm not the first to say this, but you are not better. And if for a second you did forget about these species or base any decision on color, then you are prejudiced. You are bigoted. 4. It may serve all of us better if you decide to be part of a longer lasting system, one with the ability to help wherever and whenever an individual wants. A system where an individual or a group strive to be whatever they want or need. A system that guarantees the rights of every individual. A system where the collective has no color. A system where you can practice whatever belief you need. A system that protects the less fortunate of every species. A system where we as an individual or group can tell the oppressors that their rule stops here and gives us the right to stand our ground. A system that has rightfully given pride and inspired millions to lay down their lives so we can be free. A system that has raised millions from every oppression to riches beyond every governmental system. A system that can save a mere minnow in a stream from extinction by allowing free, caring thinkers to make that difference. A system that rules for the multitude and allows for local systems to rule more efficiently. If any of the above apply to your greater senses, then you need to look no longer. It's been here the whole time, right under our noses. We have called it the United States of America, home of the free, land of the brave, and the most compassionate project ever concocted by man, for man, and somehow includes all other species. It's been here the whole time. Somehow our education has neglected it. Somehow our grandchildren have forgotten it. Somehow politicians have forgotten their oaths and us. Somehow the struggle of life and its tribulations are too painful for the masses. Somehow the importance of pick your color, lives matters, has outshined the lives of every color and species. Somehow this is thought to be progressive. In 100 years, when a historian resurrects a broken statue, reads today's headlines, and counts the number of marginalized species, we will all look like fools. I can only hope they find this letter as well. Sincerely, the Critter Doctor.